pause and do our little segment.
But what the hell, boy?
Why is it doing it?
Welcome to the AC Unit Lifestyle Podcast with Avion and Carly. Tune in every other Friday to get all your lifestyle needs.
How's it going, guys? And welcome back to the AC Unit Podcast. I'm your host, Avion. This is my co-host, Carly.
Hello.
And today, time to talk about some family upbringing. So, Carly, I know you got a lot of stuff to tell. I also have a lot of stuff to tell. You know, so our entire life, we have 20 years of worth of information to talk about. So, is there a certain topic that you kind of want to talk about today?
Well, I guess I'll start with some basics. So, I grew up in Baton Rouge, just a town in Louisiana. So I grew up about 10 minutes away from Louisiana State University. It was old farmland that my grandpa inherited from his father. So it was like big fields.
Oh,
and then,
passing
like,
down a generation.
yeah, and then like my house. All my cousins were older than me, so it was really just me and my sister. And we weren't very active kids, but when we were outside, we played a lot of like make-believe games.
Wow! The land of make-believe!
With our swing set.
Make believe what?
Like, we were into like Narnia, so we would like pretend our swing set was like the wardrobe.
Y'all didn't have a lot of friends, huh? Not besides y'all.
The neighbors came and played.
The neighbor? Okay, well, you know, where's your neighbors at? If you had that much land.
Well,
right?
it was like a neighborhood. So like our house, like the front of the house was on a neighborhood, but like the back was like fields.
Okay.
So like we had neighbors.
Oh, that's nice.
But we had one neighbor right next to us, but everyone else was kind of like farther away.
Okay, yeah. My personal experience, I'll probably mention it a little later in the sec. I didn't have that much room to play growing up comparatively to you having all those acres of land, but that must have been fun having all that time.
It was fun, except for this one time. So one time, me and my sister and our older cousin, because again, most of my cousins are older, and a friend of mine were playing outside, and it was one of these games where you had to like catch the ball, and like you won like points or whatever.
Oh, okay.
So
football.
No, it was, I don't remember the name, but anyway, so my sister threw the ball, and me and my older cousin, he's like a football player, like a bigger guy. We both ran for it.
I do remember this story. I remember you talking about it.
And
actually,
I fell, and I didn't get up in time for him to run and fall on top of my foot, and that was
big ass dude.
That was the only time I ever broke anything.
Oh man, can you tell him what you broke?
My foot in the middle of it. It still hurts sometimes.
To this day!
Me growing up, so fun fact, I also lived in Baton Rouge for the majority of my life too. And
Y'all better get ready to rumble. Got around like a tumble. Spicy like gumbo. Spice on the bungle.
EBR. I lived in an apartment complex. I forgot the name of the apartment complex. It's actually been a minute. I actually came from Brandon, and that's when I was like really, really young. And then went to Acadian Places was the name of it was. Flannery Road.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
He was out there.
Yeah, I was out there. It was a time of my life. So I lived in an apartment complex on the first floor. Can't say I really went out. We did have like a little play area and stuff. I went outside and swam maybe like 3 times in total. I can't really tell you. I'm not that big of a swimmer. I'm a big swimmer, but don't like to go in that water. There was a playground. Can't say I played with the kids that much. I was a very antisocial fella back in the day. I don't know what happened when I made a change, but I also went to school in Walker because my mom was in the district. She worked in that district, so never had any friends in the area that I went to school with. So that's probably another reason why. Like I didn't know anybody because we didn't go to school with each other. So I was pretty much a homebody the entire time. I stayed on the internet, watched a lot of YouTube videos, ate a lot of food, and played a lot of Minecraft. Hell of a lot of Minecraft.
Me too.
Well, that's one. I might have caught you online.
Yeah,
You never know,
so
could've
I
been
started
friends.
playing Minecraft when
Were
I
you
was...
Fast Boy 147? No, you weren't.
I was Car Cat.
Car Cat? We
Yeah.
might have been a lot.
Probably.
Yeah.
But no, I started playing Minecraft at 10 years old on my Kindle Fire.
Ooh.
And me and my sister, the Wi-Fi only worked in the back of the house.
Oh wow, that's neat.
Yeah, so we would have to go in the this one specific room in my house and like play on our little Kindles. And that's what we did. That was more later childhood.
Kids will find a way to play some Minecraft. I'll tell you that.
Right.
Five Nights at Freddy's. That
We
was
were-
16 when you was in middle school, huh?
Yeah. I graduated middle school in 2018.
Yeah, me too. Same age. Who would have thought?
Yeah. But no, the only time we got we weren't allowed to have phones. Like we weren't allowed to bring them. If you brought them and you got caught, you went to the principal's office.
We couldn't bring our phones either, but what did they do? Yeah, I just left mine in my book sack the entire time.
I didn't have a phone until the end of 8th grade.
Damn, but that's the time to get it, man.
Yeah, well, because we were allowed to go on this we went to this field trip to New Orleans, and that was the only time we were allowed to have phones because we could take pictures the whole time.
Where did I go to Aquarium?
No, we went to the World War II museum.
That's the place to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was when I first got a phone. Was when we were allowed to take it on a trip. It was a iPhone 5C, the blue one.
Blue one.
And it was a hand-me-down from my aunt.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
A W-Aunt.
Yeah.
Well,
the phone. She's needed a new one, and I got her one. And it was like the greatest thing that ever happened to me.
That's good.
But before that, I had an iPod.
An iPod. Wow, I haven't heard that name in a minute. I had an iPod also.
You had the touch one?
Yeah, I did. The big back. Wait, no. I had the iPhone 3 with the big.
Yeah, that's the
back.
big.
Yeah.
No, I had an iPod touch, and it was the 5th one or whatever.
Okay.
So it looked like the iPhone 5, but it just couldn't call.
It's lit. I'm in the zone, baby.
So you went to public.
Yeah. I went to public school in Walker.
So how was that?
Public school was public school. I don't know how your experience is.
It's
you don't know.
different.
You went for the Catholic school, so going to a school, especially like Walker, it's still kind of small, but there's a decent bit of people there. Especially my middle school. A lot of people that I still know to this day, actually. I'm the Southeastern, so I thought it was pretty great going to public school because it really humbled me. Because I can imagine if I wasn't humble growing up. It's an active experience. I can't say that we had limited access to the internet. There was a fight every other day at my middle school.
Oh wow, yeah, no.
Girl got her head shoved through the glass. This dude threw a grenade in my hands like that. Not even trolling. I can't even joke around with this stuff. I wouldn't lie for the camera. I'm looking directly at it. This dude played hot potato with a grenade, and threw it in my hand, talking about some hot potato. I would have been hot ass after that motherfucker would have went off. Besides that, my school was, actually, I just remember some crazy stuff that happened at my school. I went to West Side. So.
That sounds like it was.
There was a lot of scandals at my school. A lot of teachers doing things that they shouldn't do, baking goods that they shouldn't do. I was at school with all the scandals, and it was very unfortunate. So that's how my public school experience
I didn't have
was.
these.
And you went to a Catholic school without any scandals?
So the only problems, we had one scandal among the children, but we didn't have big things one kid was sending pictures he wasn't supposed to be sending to girls.
And we had that every other week at our school.
No, that happened one time. Yeah. But the biggest thing was what group you were in. So our lunch tables were long tables. And it usually girls didn't sit with the boys and boys didn't sit with the girls at lunch. I don't know if that was a rule or if that's just how it happened, but in my middle school, it was the popular girls had one table.
Where you were at, right?
The girls that were just they were there were in the next table, and then the weird girls were in the other table.
The ones who
I sat in the middle.
Oh yeah, that seems like you now.
Yeah, I wasn't popular.
Oh.
Because I was weird. I was the girl who sang in class.
Oh really? Oh, you sang in class?
Yeah.
Oi, fuck up.
Actively.
Yeah, and got made fun of.
Oh, were you not good a singer?
I think I'm good, but they didn't like it.
Oh. In public school, I can't really think about all the girls that I hanged around but I definitely did talk to women.
Yeah.
But I did majority hang around guys, and I am a straight man with a girl. So
Like the dances.
I made it out good.
So the only way you could go to the dances at either school was to be asked. So like for me to go to homecoming, a boy from that school had to ask me to go to homecoming. I only got asked to homecoming my senior year.
That's what I'm talking about. This shit means something to me, man.
And it wasn't my boyfriend. My boyfriend went to a completely different school that was co-ed.
I was just about to ask, like, where did he go? Because
he went to a co-ed school. Yeah. He didn't go to a Catholic school. But I had to be like asked, and like it was hard to be asked if he didn't know any guys. But I met a guy through theater, and so he asked me to go because he didn't have anyone else to go with.
And you said yeah?
Yeah, it was a great time. Oh, okay. And like, but when I had my dances, I asked like my one guy friend or like the boys I knew from middle school.
Okay.
Like that's all you knew.
You would never date these people. You were just hanging out with them.
Yeah. I mean, the ones that I went to dances with, I never dated, except when I got to my senior year and I had like a full-time boyfriend.
See, that's what I was thinking. I'm like just going to people just to dance with them. I mean, like that's the average.
I loved dances. That was like the highlight of my life.
I feel like it. I seen you bust down a few moves.
Yeah. All right, it is time for our little segment called "What's in Your Cup."
Yes, sir.
So today, I actually have a drink. It's very melted.
Yeah, I can tell that.
It's like hot. It's a mango dragon fruit lemonade.
Oh my gosh!
I feel like it's the vibe for today.
I mean, it's a hot day. It melted, so
he's gorgeous.
She's cool.
This is like the most pink I've ever like made them.
I mean, I don't know, Carly. It's just kind of meant to me. I don't know if it's as cool as mine. Boom, boom, boom. I have a gift basket, and I actually have mine wrapped because I got this new Starbucks edition summertime cup. Oh my gosh. You can straw it or you can sip it.
It's like in a wallet.
Cool. I know, right? It is so beautiful. Look at that little pearlescent color that it has. Only cost me, I don't want to say that how much it was.
So why'd you get that?
For my mom. For my mother. For Mother's Day. She won't be seeing this by time, so she'll know. She'll be surprised, you know. I won't be showing this if she actually watched my content, you know. So I'm just putting this back in there, hide it. But
and that's all we have for what?
Literally all we have.
I'm not even gonna attempt to drink this.
It looks so nasty.
Yo, Avion, Carly, y'all can turn the AC down.